Hey David, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free SEO website audit for Delgado Concrete Services in Riverside County, California. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 to 4 things you can do to get more jobs with your website by getting in front of the people that are searching for concrete services using Google while they're in the Riverside area. This video is totally free. You can do whatever you'd like with it, including taking these things and doing them yourself, sending this off to whoever does your website, or of course you can reach out to us if you'd like help with this stuff. But all I ask in return for this video is just some feedback if you found it helpful. That's it. So the first thing I want to say is it looks like you do absolutely gorgeous work. From the few pictures you got here, I love this here with the lights. Beautiful. And then your website does a pretty good job of talking about what you do, which is very helpful. But you do want to increase the content on your site. And you want to make this right here, you want to make that a click to call so that people can click on it when they're on their phones. More than half the people that are going to come to your site are going to be on their phone. So having it so that they can just tap on this, pull up their phone app, will make it a lot easier for them to call you. And then you want to increase the amount of words on your site by quite a bit. Google loves content, basically lots of paragraphs, lots of words about what you do, where you do it, how you do it. That's going to show Google that you're the expert, and that's going to help it trust you enough to put you in front of the people that are searching for your services when they're Googling. And then also if I right click on an image, let's see, maybe this one? Nope. How about this one? Nope. Okay. I will find an image that it will work. So pretty. Okay, let's see. It's looking like these are all saved as background photos instead of regular images. Let's see. So usually what I can do is right click on an image and click Save Image As, and what that does is I can see then what an image was saved as and whether it was a keyword or not. And I'm having trouble finding an image that was saved in a normal way here, but I can show you on a competitor's site. So here, if I right click on this image, click Save Image As, I can see this image was saved as this like string of numbers, which is pretty normal. But it's not helpful. So one way you can get ahead of this competition is by saving those images that you have on your site as key phrases that people are actually typing into Google when they're looking for your services and they're in the Riverside area. And I'm going to show you a few of those that you can use, that you can include in your content and put as your when you save your images. But first, this is the tool that I use to do that, to find those keywords that are being searched. And it's also a tool that I use to get an idea of how a website's performing. So I have here some metrics about your website that I think are very important. They're also very promising. So looking at this, I'll explain why I think that's the case. Your UR and your DR score are basically how trustworthy and powerful Google sees your site as, and then how you increase these numbers, and which you do want to do, but these are really good starting points, is with backlinks and referring domains. And it looks like you've got backlinks coming in since about mid-2017, and you've been increasing the amount of referring domains, the amount of websites that have a link on their site that goes back to your site has been slowly increasing over the last few years, and now they're starting to drop off. Just be careful that these don't drop off too rapidly. You want to keep kind of growing this, and that's going to keep that trust with Google going on, basically showing Google you're still around, you're still operating, and that'll help you show up as well. And okay, so if we get into, let's see, I want to check out your organic keywords really fast. So these are the words that you're already coming up for. So if somebody Googles Delgado Concrete Services, you show up in the first position. And that is fantastic for the people that already know who you are, or if it's a referral, that's great. And even if someone just types in Delgado Concrete, you're on the first page. And it looks like people are searching for you. People know who you are, so that's great. But you want to also show up in front of people who are looking for your services, but they don't know yet who they're going to go with. So some really good ones there that I found. I'm focusing on Riverside again because I saw that there's quite a bit of volume here. So I'm going to show you what I mean. There are 4 things that I look for in a good keyword. Something that you do and somewhere that you do it, Riverside Concrete, and then high volume and low KD. So volume is basically how many people are searching for this each month, spelled exactly this way. And then KD, or keyword difficulty, is what it stands for. It's basically how competitive is this one specific key phrase. And a score of 0 is very promising. That means it's not going to take very long. It's not going to take a lot of effort to get to the first page of Google for this. So that's really cool. So if you type in, and then you can see also, just to interrupt my own thought here, you can see how there's also concrete contractors, Riverside, California, concrete contractor, Riverside, California. So these look like the same thing to us, except there's an S here and there's not an S there. Google sees this as 2 different keywords. So we have 80 people searching for it this way, 70 people searching it for it this way. It's pretty much even. But you can see how that adds up, and it starts to, you can see there's a lot of people searching for your services and not a lot of competition when it comes to showing up for those words. So if we put in Riverside Concrete, like those 100 people are doing each month, we got the map pack here, and how you get up into the map pack is with citations. So it's a little bit different. What you want to do is make sure that your Google My Business listing is up to date and accurate, specifically your name, address, and phone number, and then you're going to list your information, like I said, name, address, and phone number on different directories like Yelp and Yext and CityStar and all those. And that's going to help you prove to Google, again, you're building that trust, prove to Google that you really do exist and you really do serve this area. And that's going to help basically show you higher in the map section. If you end up in the top 3, you end up on this first page, which is going to help get a lot of people to your website like that. Okay, so next though is the organic search results down here. You definitely want to be up in this area because that's going to help you get a lot of people to your site. This is your first local competitor, so that's who I'm going to compare you to. You'll see the local competitor I was talking about earlier. So they're showing up in that second position. So what we want to do is see why it is that they're showing up there and we're not. And then what can we do like them, and what can we do better than them so we show up even closer to the top than they do. First off, content. How many words are on the page? Are they relevant to what they do? They talk about what they do, where they do it, etc. And they have some content here, but really there's hardly any. It's not going to be difficult to beat them out. In fact, I think you may already have them beat, but maybe not. Yeah. Actually, you might. But I would definitely increase this amount of words on your homepage by quite a bit so you can really knock them out of the water there. And then, like we already said earlier, they're not taking advantage of saving their images properly, so that's another way we can get ahead. And then if I throw them into Ahrefs here, we can see that their UR score is the same as yours. So I'll wait. If I can go back to it real fast. So you've got an 11 UR score as well, and then your DR score is just a little lower than theirs. So this is for this specific page, this is for the entire website. And basically we want to increase that, and they don't have very many backlinks and referring domains coming to this exact page, but they do have more going to their whole website as a whole. So let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to go URL. I meant to go domain. Why are you not listening to me? Please click. Thank you. So we can see that they have quite a few more backlinks and referring domains going to their entire site, but we don't have to beat out their whole site. We just have to beat out that page that we're trying to get ahead of on Google. So you're going to want to do that for each of the keywords you want to show up for. Compare yourself to the competition, and then do better than them in content, images, and backlinks, and that's going to help your visibility a lot, and that's going to increase the amount of calls you're getting from people who are using Google to find your services. So Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching this, and I look forward to your feedback, hearing if you found it useful or not. Thank you so much, David. Bye.